A love story under pressure. Prince William's words to Kate expose hidden royal strain. They expect a royal fairy tale. They expect calm smiles and perfect balance. They expect Prince William and Kate to make it look effortless. But the words William spoke to Kate revealed something else entirely. Pressure, strain, and a love quietly tested by the crown. Because what holds them together is not ease. It is endurance. From the outside, Prince William and Catherine appear steady, synchronized, almost untouched by chaos. They walk side by side, match each other's pace, share glances that feel rehearsed in their calm. This is the image the monarchy depends on. Reliability, continuity, control. Yet beneath that image lives a relationship shaped by forces few couples ever face. William did not fall in love as an ordinary man. He fell in love as a future king whose life was already mapped before he could choose his own direction. And Kate did not marry into romance alone. She married into expectation, scrutiny, and a role that reshaped her identity completely. The words William spoke to Kate during a private exchange were not dramatic. They were not loud. They were not meant for the public. But they carried weight. They revealed how much pressure he carries. And how deeply he relies on her to carry it with him. To understand why those words matter, you have to understand the foundation of their relationship. William and Kate did not begin as a royal story. They began as two young people learning who they were while the world watched one of them far more closely than the other. From the start, imbalance was unavoidable. William lived with inherited grief, inherited duty, and inherited silence. Kate entered that world slowly, cautiously, and with remarkable patience. She learned early that loving William meant loving a man who could never fully belong to himself. There would always be the crown between them, sometimes visible, sometimes invisible, but always present. As their relationship deepened, so did the tension between private love and public life. Every step forward came with calculation. Every decision carried consequence. When William hesitated in their early years, it was not because he doubted Kate. It was because he understood exactly what marriage would demand of her. And once that door opened, there would be no return. Kate waited, not passively, but deliberately. She learned the rhythm of royal life before she ever wore a title. She observed, she adjusted, she absorbed criticism quietly, and William noticed. By the time they married, their bond was already forged under pressure. But marriage did not ease that pressure. It transformed it. Suddenly, Kate was no longer just William's partner. She was a symbol. Every expression was interpreted, every choice examined, every silence questioned. William saw how the weight shifted onto her shoulders, and he carried the guilt of that silently. This is where the strain began to deepen. William was raised to endure pressure alone. Kate was raised to connect, to communicate, to share emotional space. These differences did not divide them. They shaped them. Behind closed doors, their conversations became the place where William allowed himself to acknowledge strain he could never express publicly. Kate became the one person who saw him without the armor. And the words he spoke to her during that revealing moment came from that space. They were not words of fear. They were words of exhaustion. William admitted what he could never say as a royal figure. That the responsibility feels heavy. That the expectations never pause. That sometimes, even love must bend to duty. These words mattered because they were not spoken to advisors. They were not spoken to family elders. They were spoken to his wife. And that distinction changes everything. Kate did not respond with alarm. She did not react with visible emotion. She listened. That alone speaks volumes about the dynamic between them. Kate understands that William does not need reassurance in those moments. He needs grounding. She has become the emotional constant in a life defined by uncertainty and scrutiny. Not by controlling his choices, but by reminding him who he is beneath the role. This role reversal unsettles traditional royal expectations. Historically, the institution comes first. Personal relationships adapt around it. But in William and Kate's marriage, something quieter is happening. The institution still matters, but the relationship is no longer secondary. This creates tension, not scandal, not rebellion, but strain. William is pulled between the man he is and the king he is becoming. Kate stands at the intersection of those two identities. The words he spoke revealed that he feels this pull deeply. that sometimes, the balance feels fragile. This raises an uncomfortable question. Can a monarchy built on emotional restraint adapt to a future shaped by emotional honesty? William's strength is not stoicism. It is sincerity. But sincerity comes at a cost. The more human he appears, the more expectations grow. The more accessible the monarchy seems, the more it is asked to give. Kate understands this instinctively. She protects the boundary between connection and exposure. There have been moments when Kate has encouraged distance. Less visibility, more privacy, not to withdraw from duty, but to preserve stability. William, shaped by loss, often feels compelled to give more. More appearances, more presence, more commitment. This difference creates tension, but also balance. The words he spoke to Kate during that moment reflected this internal conflict. A desire to meet expectations, and a need to breathe. Kate's response was not to argue. It was to steady. She reminded him, quietly, that endurance does not require constant sacrifice. That strength does not mean silence. That partnership means sharing the weight, even when the world cannot see it. This exchange revealed something crucial. Their marriage is not defined by perfection. It is defined by negotiation. Negotiation between love and legacy. Between presence and protection. Between public duty and private survival. The strain they face is not dramatic. It is cumulative. Years of scrutiny. Years of responsibility. Years of carefully measured behavior. William's words expose that even the strongest image eventually needs release. Kate provides that release without dismantling the structure around them. This is why their relationship endures where others have faltered. Not because it is easy, but because it is adaptive. Kate has never tried to change William's destiny. She has helped him survive it. And William knows this. The love story under pressure is not about romantic gestures. It is about shared resilience. The public sees calm. What exists beneath is constant adjustment. William's words did not weaken the monarchy. They revealed the cost of sustaining it. And Kate's presence did not diminish his authority. It reinforced his humanity. This balance will define their future. As William moves closer to the throne, the strain will not lessen. It will intensify. The question is not whether their love can survive it. It already has. The question is whether the monarchy can accept a future shaped by partnership rather than isolation. William's words to Kate exposed that this shift is already underway. Quietly, carefully, under pressure. And that may be the most honest royal love story of all.